Well, what is there to say about this?
The only thing faster than light is the darkness.
Hey there guys, how are you? It's me, the Canadian Movie Buff, with a review of A Wrinkle in Time. So A Wrinkle in Time is the second adaptation by Disney, but the first to have a theatrical release. Behind the camera is director Ava DuVernay, and features an all-star cast of Chris Pine, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Zach Galifianakis, Michael Pena, and Mindy Kaling. The story goes that there's this girl named Meg Murray, and 4 years ago her father went missing when trying to unlock the secret to interstellar travel. She's then visited by 3 magical beings known as Mrs. Watson, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Witch. They tell her that her father is in grave danger and that she's the only one who can save him. So she embarks on a quest across the universe with classmate Calvin and little brother Charles Wallace to save him. It was around this time last year that the very first teaser trailer for this movie came out. And while I wasn't exactly blown away or anything, I thought, this could be good. To give you a better understanding, I went to this movie the same way I went into Tomorrowland. So I think it's important that we support the weird and out there projects from Disney, because I think it's important that we let a major studio like Disney know that they can make quality content outside of their third-party properties. Unfortunately for Tomorrowland, it underperformed at the box office, and the same fate can be said for A Wrinkle in Time. The Wrinkle in Time was something that was definitely targeted towards kids, but made it for kids. And you could argue, what's wrong if it's made for kids, no big deal. What is that? Are you saying that because something is made for kids, that means the adults can't enjoy it? Point being, director Ava DuVernay does a good job making this movie look alive, even if everything else about it feels dead. The visuals are pretty impressive. They do a great job bringing you into a universe that's filled with color and giving you a sense of childlike wonder. And it makes sense since the story is told through the eyes of a child, and adding that childlike wonder gives the characters the room to explore. There are some beautiful elements that can be found in this movie. It's just a shame that everything is tarnished by everything else. The actors were just not bringing it in this movie. It's hard to criticize child actors because they don't have the experience or the training or the education that the adults have. But that being said, the adults were really hamming it up. Most notably, Reese Witherspoon as Mrs. Watson, Michael Pena as the red-eyed guy, and whoever Zach Galifianakis was supposed to be. It was so bad that it got to a point where you don't really see the character, you just saw the actor. I don't know whose character had the worst actor. Calvin, Charles Wallace, or Mrs. Watson. Levi really looked nervous the entire time he was on camera. It was as if he walked on set and they stuck a camera in his face and told him to act, and he just somehow rolled with it because he had no idea what to do. Derek McCabe was an annoying little brat who really hammed up his performance. There's a part of this movie where he's supposed to be possessed by this thing that's like a dark cloud spirit or something, and oh boy, is that cartoony. And Reese Witherspoon looked like she was auditioning for a Disney Park princess rather than a movie role. Actually, I take that back. If you auditioned for a Disney Park princess the way Reese Witherspoon acted in this movie, you would not get the job. I know someone who tried to get a job as a Disney Park princess, and they told me that was a grueling process. Not to mention, the plot was severely underwhelming. It could have been wrapped up in 75 minutes, but they padded out to almost 2 hours. If you're really that desperate for filming the movie, spend some more time writing the script. Add some more scenes if you have to. Polish the script. Develop the characters a little bit more. The camera would also get uncomfortably close to the actor's face. The aspect ratio would be somewhere between their forehead and their chin. So imagine looking at this for about 2 minutes at a time, about 20 times throughout the movie, on a big screen. The rule of thumb was the more intense a scene was supposed to be, the closer the camera would get to the actor's face. A Wrinkle in Time feels like a Disney Channel movie that somehow landed a spot on the theatrical release schedule, got a few extra zeros out of the budget, and somehow managed to land A-list stars. While the visuals were impressive, the writing was atrocious, the acting was mediocre at best, and the plot felt like it could have been wrapped up in a TV special. Obviously, the people who were backing this movie didn't really care about the product, and because of that, we have a domino effect of the movie getting a negative reception, which leads to poor box office results, leading to Disney thinking that all we want is Star Wars, Marvel, and live-action remakes of animated classics. In a time where movies got a lot of praise for being different and for not staying to formula and getting a lot of praise for the originality, this one should have delivered. It's a forgettable family fantasy flick, and if you have kids that have their hearts set on seeing this movie, it's best worth seeing it if it's on Netflix. Alright, that's my review of A Wrinkle in Time. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave your answer by commenting down below, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe and the bell icon if you're new, and as always, this is the Canadian Movie Buff saying I hope you had a fantastic weekend at the movies. See ya!